And also, I remember before we started working together, I was a little bit scared to voice out
Yeah, I remember
my
that.
my truth, maybe my information, maybe. But as we worked through together, I mean, we worked through things together. Now I feel like I can speak out my truth. You know, I'm more open to just letting myself be myself. Like I'm
I
okay
love
being
that.
myself, um, and let people see that the authentic side of me without trying to, you know, close it or making it smaller than it is, or afraid of maybe people judging. You know, what is she doing, and you know, things like that. So now I feel more comfortable, just being myself, being my authentic self, and speaking out whatever I want to say. So.
That's cool. Dewi, thanks again for doing this. Really appreciate your time. So let's start from before we started working together. How was your personal brand and what made you reach out to us?
So before this, I started a company called Skin Dewi. It's basically a personal care, skincare, organic skincare brand. And I've always been known as, you know, the founder, the formulator of the brand, of the products. So my personal branding was more around that. It's more within the skincare or beauty community, maybe as an expert in formulations, and so on and so forth. Entrepreneur.
And what made you like reach us out to help you in personal brand?
So at that point, I was going through a lot of transitions in my life. And one of the transition was I realized more and more of my intuition. And then it grew into developing more psychic abilities and whatnot. And I realized that I wanted to share that as well with the world, to do like spiritual teaching, spiritual healings and whatnot. And I realized that I needed to shift my personal branding, and that's when I reached out.
What was frustrating you the most that like I need to reach out to someone, I need to look for someone who can help my personal brand?
So definitely, I know what are my strengths and my weaknesses, and social media, um, you know, branding, it's not my strength. I already know that. And before I reached out, I was actually, I work with someone to sort of help me create contents, you know. But yeah, I mean, it didn't really work out.
I see. What has you been trying that wasn't working back then? Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, so basically, we tried creating contents, we take videos and whatnot, but I felt like it was shallow. It wasn't what I wanted to convey, or the messages that I wanted to convey.
So remember, you, Chidewi, reaching out to me and my wife and to work with our team. What made you decide to reach us out and finally, in the end, decided to work with us?
It was interesting, actually. Before I reached out to you, I was working with an interior designer. His name is as Brilliant,
Okay.
and then somehow he reminded me of you. And then I don't know, months later, whatever, your feed showed up in my Instagram post. So I was like, "That's right, Brilliant. Like, how is he doing now?" So then I just, out of the blue, I just DM you, and that was it.
So in this all this time we working together, was there like a moment that click or shifted in you or your personal brand?
Yeah, definitely. I think there were different stages. Like when we first started working together, it was still, there wasn't a lot of clarity. Like, what is this? What do you want to say? You know, what is your message? And so we worked through a lot of that, and you helped me guide through the process. You guided me through the process. And then with time, I think it became more clear what were the messages, what do I want to say, what do I want to what I want my personal brand to look like and sound like.
Let's talk a little bit more about the tangible results, the deals, the revenue, the opportunities. So what changed ever since we worked together?
I think a lot. We've done a lot in the
Yeah,
last
definitely.
whatever short time that you've been helping me with my personal branding. Remember, we did the workshop. We've done
Yeah,
3 workshops.
3 workshop, I think combined around 50 to 70 people. We have the 5-week program.
Exactly.
We also realized that about the changing in the sessions on 1 sessions to 12 sessions. When we offer more sessions, we package it into there. That way we can help more people and in having the better journey. And also that way we can have more sustainable stream of revenue, so we can in the end help more people. And we also generate inbound leads, I think 20 plus, from the right ICP, the right audience. 30
Yeah.
plus
We've done
one-on-ones, which
30
is
plus one-on-one. It
amazing.
is amazing.
And beyond the numbers, like, how do you feel differently now, before and now, about your personal brand?
I think definitely a lot of differences. Right now, I feel like there's more authority in my
Authority.
personal branding. And also, I remember before we started working together, I was a little bit scared to voice out
Yeah, I remember that.
my truth, maybe my information, maybe. But as we work through together, I mean, we work through things together. Now I feel like I can speak out my truth. I'm more open to just letting myself be myself. Like I'm okay
love
being
that.
myself, and let people see that the authentic side of me without trying to, close it or making it smaller than it is, or afraid of maybe people judging. What is she doing, and things like that. So now I feel more comfortable, just being myself, being my authentic self, and speaking out whatever I want to say. So.
That's cool. Congratulations. I think that proves, like, somehow in a way personal brand, in like doing this personal brand journey, also help you grow as a person.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
So what would you tell someone or a friend on, like, what I do in 1 sentence? Like, what would you say to them or to tell them?
I would say that what you do brilliant is you help people bring out the best in them, and also showing that to the world, like showing that in social media, and all that. Because sometimes a lot of people might be shy, maybe, or they don't quite know how to show themselves out to the world. And somehow you can see through that. You can see the essence. What I really like most is that you can see through the essence, you understand, and you can put it in a way that, oh, I never thought of it that way. Like you have that magic touch, and you're able to put it in a way that just, this is it. Like that is it. And it's not fake. It's not like you're pretending to be someone or trying to make yourself look good. And it's not that. Do you really find the best in someone and putting it out there for the world to see?
Thank you so much for the kind words. Last questions. What would you tell someone who's in the position you were in before, who's considering to work with me and my team, but still feel unsure?
I would say take that leap of faith.
Let's go.
Just go. Don't get stuck in here, like, oh, sometimes we get too stuck in our own mind. Take the leap of faith. You will know if it's right for you. You will know it in your heart. You just know, just go for it.
So thank you, Dewi, for doing this. I really appreciate your time, and let's hope this interview help more people achieve their goals to have a great personal brand, to bring more inbound leads, and to help them find themselves.
And thank you. Thank you for helping me.
My pleasure.